Good morning, afternoon, or night, depending on when you are watching this lovely video, and welcome to the presentation of our group's SIP project. In this group, we have Mie, Nicole, Caitlin, Zepei, Judith, and last but certainly not least, your lovely host, me, Xavier. So, what was our project challenge? Well, we were trying to figure out how we can support Singaporean teenage girls whose parents are divorced slash getting divorced. To help us solve this challenge, we created a persona. Introducing Mature Michelle. Without going into too much details, Mature Michelle is an extroverted 18-year-old student in Singapore Polytechnic who values time with her family and friends, is motivated by them, dislikes being pitied by people because of her family background, and is currently facing challenges in her life like having an awkward relationship with her parents. Moving on to our persona's needs and wants, Michelle needs to have a strong community to support her in her times of darkness. She needs society to have a more positive light on the topic of divorce as to reduce the stigma against people who come from quote unquote broken families. She also needs to improve her communication skills so that she's able to express herself and build better relationships with people around her. Moving on to her wants, Michelle wants to be treated the same way as her friends so that she does not feel different from others or in a stigma. She wants people to not pity her and not treat divorce situations like a big deal. Last but not least, she wants to have control over her life. It shaped me into someone with more resilience and someone that can cope with feelings of upset and hurt from a young age. This was our key defining quote from our persona. So, a quick recap on our user needs would include creating a strong community to support one another, breaking the stigma of divorces, and to improve communications between parents and their daughter. Here you can see us going through the process of strengthening our concept by asking ourselves some basic questions before finalizing it. We made sure to fulfill questions such as what channels will we use to reach out to the user, if our solution met the three critical needs of them, and if the user would even consider using it, and the subsequent benefits. Alright, now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the big reveal of our solution is... Sorry, that's me trying to replicate a drum roll. I guess I'll just put in like a sound effect or something. Right, there we go. Ooh, alright. Introducing Rethink the Regular, or Rethinkular? Our concept is to start a campaign to help raise awareness to break the stigma of teens with a divorced family background coming from broken families. We also aim to improve the lives of the users and to aid them in having better communication skills. So how are we going to go about with this campaign? Well, firstly, we plan to create a new mobile app called What's Next? To guide teenage girls through the process of improving communication between them and their parents through functions such as being able to talk to trained professionals to counsel and offering suggestions for conversation starters or activities to do. The app also allows the user to join online chat groups to meet others facing the same issue. Through this, they may hopefully find a support system to rely on. Here are some of the mock-ups for our app, which should look more hip and swag, as the kids these days are calling it, at the end of our production, so as to entice, the newer generation. #YOLO. Moving on, we also plan to start a YouTube series called My Parents Are Divorced, But... which would include many different styles of videos featuring children of divorced parents, such as Jubilee's Odd Man Out series, or Millennials of Singapore's Tell Me Your Story. The aim of the series is to show that children of divorced parents are not that different as compared to children whose parents are still together, and as such, showcases different perspectives and educates the viewers. These are some examples of the video concepts that we will release, such as My Parents Are Divorced, But I'm Still Me, where divorced teens come together and discuss their views on the issue, or answer a series of questions so as to learn each other's perspectives. We will also be looking towards producing more light-hearted content, such as playing Truth or Dare, or go more deeply into the topic with content like interviewing divorced parents and asking them hard questions to answer. This is a mock-up of how the videos will look like on the YouTube platform. Now, next up, to appeal to our user generation, we will be utilizing Instagram in the form of a movement of sorts, introducing a hashtag where people can post about their stories and the lessons that they've learned into the interwebs, where it will then spread and create more momentum. The post can be used as a form of advice and helps to show young girls that they are not alone. We also plan to start collaborations with more well-known personas and have them participate in this Instagram campaign to help initially start up its popularity, as people are more likely to take the time to listen to them if they are more influential. Last but not least, we plan to host a Zoom webinar such that experienced individuals and counselors will have a proper platform to discuss and share their stories and to provide the relevant advice. Breakout rooms will also be created so as to accommodate for smaller groups of people for sharing sessions, and users will also be able to schedule appointments for some one-on-one time with a trained professional. And with that, we have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening, everyone, and remember, be kind to one another. And I'll see you next time.